Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. Well, we are back after a long, long break. After a break that seemed would last for eternity. After a crap international break. I'm telling the word crap here because I thought actually we were having a really good international break and stuff with Ferran Torres scoring twice and all, but then Ferran Torres was injured just a day before the international break ended, and he's out for 3 months. Guardiola in his press conference told yesterday that he'll not be playing again this year. So Ferran Torres out for 3 months. We are not without a striker, uh, so I don't know how Guardiola is going to manage. If you see the lineup today, Foden is playing there as false nine, and I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, Gabriel Jesus can't play and stuff like that. That's why you can say Mahrez is playing on the right, and otherwise you could say Pep would have played Mahrez as a false nine, but or Sterling as a false nine even. But I'm not a big fan of playing Foden there. Uh, I thought Ferran Torres was really improving well the way he scored in the international break. If you see the match in which he scored, I think it was against Italy. It was a poacher's goal. It was the finish was something which even Sergio Aguero would have been proud of. That was the finish of one of some of the best strikers in the world. But then he's injured. So who will you play in that striker position? Clearly, I don't trust Sterling in that position. Sterling running one on one against me, you would not trust him to score a goal, leave Premier League defenders. So, Sterling, I don't trust. Grealish, I don't trust playing in a false nine. Is not a striker at all. So, who do you think would fit into that striker's role? That is a big question now for Guardiola. Okay, this is against Burnley, but then in matches like these, it could be even more problematic. Unlocking a Burnley. Okay, Liverpool, James Milner or a Trent Alexander-Arnold will leave space and stuff, space in behind and stuff, but a Burnley, close, compact defense. You need someone with the striker's instinct. Okay, De Bruyne will go and flash the ball across the box, but who will attack the near post? Who will attack the far post? It is in these matches. Premier League title will not be decided mostly by winning those top six matches and stuff. United won uh, almost most of the top six matches 2 seasons ago and still finished second or third. So I really think it is in these small games, it is in games against these teams who are rigid, who are compact, who are tough to break down. We will really struggle without a striker. But Burnley is in the relegation positions, I know, which means they'll be fighting for their lives, which means it will be even more of a harder task. And also another thing which I'm quite fascinated by is Nathan Ake at left back. For a long time, I really wanted Nathan Ake to be tried out at left back. I've said on our live stream and our channel as well that Nathan Ake should be given a chance at left back because he's played there before, and we have a shortage of left backs. And th- this game will be interesting for Nathan Ake because he's up against Dwight McNeil and Joao Cancelo as well. It will be a test of his defensive skills. When I say defensive skills, how fast can he get back? What will be his positioning? Because transitions will be important here for Joao Cancelo because his opponent today is Maxwell Cornet, and Maxwell Cornet is not an easy player to defend against. City would have known him from that. I don't even want to remember that, but that defeat to Lyon in the Champions League. So Maxwell Cornet played in that. Maxwell Cornet is an excellent player, and Dwight McNeil as well. So it will be a tough test for both of our fullbacks. Now this is interesting. Laporte and John Stones. This is City's center backs, City's defenders. For City's defenders, it's almost like a game of magical chairs. For City's defenders, it's almost like a game of magical chairs, um, because no one wants to leave that chair. Laporte, Ruben Diaz, Laporte didn't do any mistake. Those Liverpool goals, if I break you down, no central defender in this world could have stopped those Liverpool goals. So it was not Laporte's mistake. Few of you have been commenting and writing to me that it was Laporte's mistake, especially on that Salah goal. He should have somehow stopped it. He mistimed the tackle and something like that. Come on, Laporte let Salah onto his weaker foot. If Salah scores from his weaker foot, then what can Laporte do? So so honestly, none of our center backs are making mistakes. All the clubs in the world, not only in the Premier League, in the world, would have loved to be in this situation. None of the center backs are making mistakes, and still you have almost 3, 4 world class center backs. If you put Nathan Ake in it, 4 world class center backs is available to you. It will be interesting because does he bring Ruben Diaz in? Because when I see Pep's thought process against Southampton as well, when we drew that match, he was telling that no, the build-up was not good from the defenders. The build-up was not good from the defenders. Surprisingly, he didn't blame his attacking players. He was always telling about the build-up from the defenders. And Aymeric Laporte and Pep Guardiola has told this many times that Aymeric Laporte is one of the best defenders in terms of building out from the back. He's the best left-footed defender in the world and things like that. And that is true. So it won't surprise me if Pep keeps Laporte there because Laporte is left-footed. If you play Diaz and John Stones, both are right-footed. Okay, I understand Diaz can play on the left hand side, but then the build up won't be that faster. So I wonder if there's a plan. If there's a plan that against bigger oppositions you play Diaz and start one of Stones and Laporte, but against smaller oppositions you strictly start John Stones and Aymeric Laporte. This is a very interesting tactical thing brewing in between the center backs. Whom will Pep start from? For now, it is seeming that Aymeric Laporte is a fixture because he's a left-footed defender, and building out from that side will be easier. And John Stones and Diaz will be rotated. Just imagine if Stone scores one or two goals and has a fantastic defensive performance. He stops a one-on-one on Chris Wood. He clears from the line. Then what would Pep do? He can't drop Laporte. Laporte. In all out of all the games Laporte has started, City have only conceded against Liverpool, and both of those Liverpool goals were fantastic. No defense in the world would have stopped that Liverpool goals. So there's no basis for dropping either Laporte or Diaz. But then John Stone scored a goal when he was away for England, and he's in excellent form. So this is interesting. Pep can't shift to a three at the back. Come on, that is impossible. Then all the attacking systems would be put into disarray. So center forward is an interesting thing. I really want Pep to try Delap. I think the team he put out against Chelsea and the team he put out against Liverpool are our best teams. Maybe not a Grealish and a striker, and that would be uh, our best team. But I honestly want, the defense, maybe a Diaz for a Stones and a Cancelo on the left, Walker on the right, and then the midfield is the best midfield we are having right now. That is City's best midfield. You can't drop either Bernardo Silva or De Bruyne. Especially De Bruyne has been wonderful in the international break, so you can't drop him. And Rodri, wow, that was a what a fantastic tackle that was uh, to prevent Fabinho from scoring. So Rodri was fantastic over there. So the City's midfield picks itself. It's the best. It's the informed midfield, but the attacking line, Pep is giving a chance today to the likes of Sterling and Mahrez, and I have Mahrez in my fantasy team. So that's another intensive incentive. But Phil Foden, I honestly feel he's been wasted in that false nine position. Foden isn't a false nine. Maybe Sterling would start in that forward position. We don't know. But the players are almost ready for kickoff here. Laporte and De Bruyne are looking. The stadium is full today. All the City supporters look energized. And the referees waiting for the kickoff. And They're taking the knee right now. City can't afford to drop points at all. Zero tolerance. We can't really afford to drop points. Burnley are looking to get on the front foot here, and it's a nice early ball down. So it is left hand side down Burnley's left hand side. I'm sorry, and Jack Stephen collects the ball. See Maxwell Cornet. He's so direct. He almost tried to go through Stones and then Laporte. He's so direct, and Burnley really they're trying to put balls into the box, impose the physical presence of someone like a Chris Wood. Almost Greenwood came into my mouth, but it's Chris Wood. Interesting to see the match sharpness of Laporte and John Stones and especially Nathan Ake. There's another chance for Nathan Ake to nail down that left back spot. Scancella has been excellent, but he's not a left back. It's Dwight McNeil playing down Burnley's left end. Cornet playing down Burnley's right. Ball is in City's half right now, and City have started the match in a touch lethargic manner, I should say, in a manner which Guardiola will surely not be pleased with. I've actually put all the scores there today, so that would be really helpful for you as well. And is that a penalty? Is that a penalty? No, Martin Atkinson is the referee, and Foden tells it should be a penalty, and Foden is playing down the left, as we were talking about, and not through the middle. But why is that not a penalty? Well, there's a challenge on Foden. It should be a penalty. Come on, why isn't VAR looking at it? Because I thought, who is it? Is it Cork playing down that right hand side for Burnley? I thought he left a bit on Foden. But no appeals are waved away. Maybe it might be a dangling of legs, but I don't know. And City get the ball again. Raheem Sterling and Rodri intervening again. Rodri has been fantastic. Kevin De Bruyne with the ball with Foden to his left, and he should play in Foden, and as Foden 1-1 with the fullback of Burnley, and Foden sees that it's not possible to travel further with the ball. This is the intelligence of Foden. Young players, they would have dribbled. Even Jadon Sancho would have dribbled in that position. That's the intelligence that Foden has developed. And De Bruyne with the ball, and it's Joao Cancelo. Joao Cancelo with the neat little ball, and look at that in the left back position. He was putting good balls in, but he had to adjust. But right now, Joao Cancelo is just getting onto the ball and trying to put in those delicious crosses. I was just looking at Theo Hernandez in the international break, and just imagine that if we get Theo Hernandez, this city would be an unstoppable machine. Team would be an unstoppable machine. Joao Cancelo with the ball, and they're interchanging very well. Foden's now playing in a central role, and oh, who is it? Is it De Bruyne who has? It's Mahrez who has a shot from distance, and but then cutting on to the left foot, I would have blamed Mahrez if he didn't take that shot on that position. We have seen Mahrez score how many times? More times than the stars in the sky. Defensively, how will Cancelo and Nathan Ake perform? That is what will interest me today. Because Cancelo is up against Maxwell Cornet and Nathan Ake is up against Dwight McNeil, two elite wingers in the Premier League. Two wingers who are very, very tricky in Europe. So Nathan Ake, and also the build-up play. I always thought that when Ake played as a defender, as centre back, he was always solid, but he didn't quite have that passing range, that build-up to break through tight defenses. Nice switch to Foden from. Oh, that was the ball I was talking about. Excellent flash across the box from Foden, and no one to attack it. This is one of the reasons why I'm really concerned by the injury to Ferran Torres. Excellent ball by Stones to Foden. Foden across the box. Aguero tap in. Any striker who eats salt in his food would have put that ball into the net. Burnley has a free kick here. It's free kick is in Burnley's half, so that is not a matter of concern for City. Pep Guardiola is not all too much concerned, but is not all too much excited as well. Lack of movement again when we are getting into the attacking third. That against Liverpool, it was a game of two halves, and I said after the game as well that if you ask me, after the first half, it felt like a loss going into the break 0-0. But after the second half, it felt more than 3 points because we came back from the jaws of defeat at Anfield. But overall, I think that lack of attacking sharpness up front, how many points is it going to cost us? That's a big question. We should all remember that season when we went head to head with Liverpool, winning 15 matches in a row, 2018-19 season. In tight games against Burnley, if you remember, Aguero put his foot in and then scored that soul goal. We won 1-0, at least 3-4 matches, we won 1-0 in that 15-match run. So we need that attacking sharpness, but Burnley give the ball away cheaply, and Nathan Ake with the ball now with Phil Foden maintaining his width, and Ake, Foden, De Bruyne. Their positions will be interesting. Just speed up the passes fast, Ake. That's a good switch from Ake, but again, Mahrez, Cancelo not on the same wavelength. Nice interception from Rodri and John Stones, and City get the ball back. Laporte striding out with the ball. Laporte striding out with the ball, and it's gone out from a kick out from Phil Foden, and seeing Foden play for England, I was thinking, is that central role a good position for Foden? But there's no space out there in the City team to play centrally. You can't drop Bernardo, you can't drop De Bruyne, of course not. And also, I feel Foden will grow a lot playing in that left hand side role. He knows the central role. He's grown up playing that now, that left hand side role. This will benefit him later on in the career. When your legs go, when you able to play a lot in multiple positions. And interesting that Pep Guardiola had said in his press conference that Foden can even play left back. He has that intelligence. Pep said that some players, there's a specific position for them to play football. In some players, whatever position you put them in, they play football. So Pep, we should remember that Pep started Foden as a left back in a Carabao Cup match 4 years ago when gave him his debut. So that's almost a neat interchange between Foden and De Bruyne. And now it's a great ball over the top, and Maxwell Cornet almost got to it. See, that's what the pace of Maxwell Cornet. John Stones, he read it, but he didn't read it to perfection. The ball wasn't inch perfect. It wasn't good enough. Nathan Ake with the ball. Come on, Nathan. Distribute the ball faster, The time you're taking on the ball, and Burnley reset themselves. It's no use for anyone. And I don't understand why City are playing those high balls, those long balls. Oh, they're calling for offside, and Maxwell Cornet was through, and the referee raised the offside flag. Anyway, excellent reading of the game by Jack Steffen. Jack Steffen anyway came out and headed the ball outside. But again, the build-up play on that left-hand side is slower, really slower. Wonderful, wonderful work by Joao Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, Cancelo combining, and Riyad Mahrez waiting for that cutback from Cancelo, which doesn't arrive. And come on, Mahrez, do the defensive work, retrieve the ball. Rodri intercepts again, and Bernardo Silva on the ball. Nathan Ake, come on, Nathan, pass it fast. Phil Foden surveying his options. And passes it back. That judgment is fantastic from Foden. He exactly knows when to attack and when to go. The ball is again switched on to the side of Joao Cancelo, and Kevin De Bruyne is on that side as well. De Bruyne plays it back to Stones and Nathan Ake on the ball. Come on, Nathan, show us your attacking skills. Not on the same wavelength, Bernardo and Nathan Ake. Bernardo Silva coming onto the ball. De Bruyne, will he shoot? No. Joao Cancelo. Excellent ball flashed across the box, and no one's attacking it. That's the frustration again. That's why we want a striker, maybe a Delap, Ferran Torres. Matches like these can be very, very frustrating. Again, City switching the ball on. Pressure is not eased. Come on, don't play for a corner. You can never win a header against Burnley in the box. Oh, that's a tap in, and Bernardo Silva scores again. What a form he's in, and what a game he's having. Shot from Foden, and Bernardo scores. City are 1-0 up. The poacher in the box. Well, I was thinking, where is the poacher? And here comes the poacher, Bernardo Silva. You play false nine instead of midfield. That's how good you are. Wow, Bernardo. Oh boy, and people were telling you should be transferred and staff in the window. What a fantastic poacher's goal from Bernardo. Let's see what has happened here. It's Foden with the shot, and Bernardo with the tap in follow up. No one was following it up. It was it was just Bernardo following it up. Wonderful football from City. Like you can see there, all the matches there are nil-nil. TNA Miniminer says, can you show us the match? Bro, can you please purchase the TV rights for me? What? How much is it? It's just $2 billion. You purchase the TV rights. Not only this match, I will show you multiple screens of all the matches. Then all of us can enjoy. Just give me $2 billion. Don't even give me. Purchase the rights with that money, the TV rights. Then I can show you Sky, BT, whatever you want. Burnley now with the ball. You know, I was seeing that Watford match again, which Liverpool smashed, and Watford they're just pinging balls aimlessly. If Burnley would have played against Watford today, Burnley would have won 4-0 or final. It was that easy. But here, what Burnley are doing is they have Maxwell Cornet, they have Dwight McNeil, they have Dwight, they have Cork in the midfield. So they have people who can play through the press of City. So this will be a completely different match to that Watford match. Laporte again passing the ball, and it's Foden who's an ever available option, and all of City's attacks have come through that left. That's a wonderful ball again. Bernardo, dribble past him. You put Van Dijk on the floor, Bernardo. What are these players to? Oh, how did you miss it, Mahrez? How did you miss it? Was it Riyad Mahrez? Yes, it was Riyad Mahrez. Oh, Mahrez, that was an open goal almost. How did you miss it, Mahrez? He hit it straight to the goalkeeper. There was Sterling who is free. I think he was confused between the shot or whether to pass it to Sterling. When you're in that position, you need to. Oh, Nathan Ake in the box, and Ake is a perilous header of the ball. Ake is the best header of the ball. uh, in City. I was about to say Ake is the best header of the ball in Manchester, but now Ronaldo is there. I can't say that. I'll be blasted. That was again an excellent shot from Foden. This shot from Foden, it shows the importance of hitting low. When attacking players, they strike the ball, they always want look to strike the ball, looking for the spectacular, looking to score almost into the top corner. But here Foden's a great example. When you hit the shot low, it's always difficult for the goalkeeper to go down and again stand up. That's why he was Pope was not in a position to save Bernardo Silva's shot. There's some match of volleyball going on, and put him through. Put him through. De Bruyne is free on that left hand side, and Mahrez, you could have played the ball in a bit earlier. Could have played about the ball at least 2-3 seconds earlier. I was shouting, Mahrez, put him through, and then you played the ball. Come on, Riyad, you need to be more decisive. He lifted his head up, and then he thought for 2-3 seconds, and then he played the ball. Need to be that was a break again. De Bruyne was through, and Jack Steffen's ball. This is Jack Steffen's ball. Yes, Steffen gets it. So Riyad Mahrez, see, an open goal, and again now the chance to play De Bruyne. City should have been 3-0 up actually. These are the big chances that cost us a victory at Anfield. Now you will tell me it's a draw and things like that. Now you'll tell me it's a draw and things like that. But 2019 season as well, Riyad Mahrez missed that penalty against Liverpool, and we had to win 15 matches in a row to win the title. Then anyway, Phil Foden, excellent ball into the box, and Burnley get hold of the second ball. Interesting that whenever Burnley get position, Maxwell Cornet is really making that run. Oh, like I said, Burnley almost played through the press. They have players who are technically very good. Dwight McNeil, Maxwell Cornet, and people like that. So Ashley Westwood. City need to be really careful. We need to press them well. Because if they play through the press, you have McNeil and Cornet running through, and there's no one in the team. There's no Kyle Walker in the team to catch them. So Nathan Ake bringing the ball out again. Again, he's a bit slow on that build up. He's playing 1-2 with Foden, and then now he looks to switch. Come on, he's so predictable. Now they switch it to Cancelo. Bernardo Silva, they're taking matters into his own hands. Bernardo Silva going one way and then the other. He utilizes Joao Cancelo as an outlet, and Riyad Mahrez. And it's Rodri, and it's Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva are switching their positions a lot. Not so much Foden and Sterling, but De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva are just, it must be a nightmare to be in that midfield. They're constantly interchanging. Riyad Mahrez trying to put a ball into the box, but he surveys his options and takes the right decision. City are playing at walking speed almost. You need to quicken it up, that blitz. Foden's had to come in a bit deeper to take the ball, so that's becoming another problem. And no one's there's no movement. If you just look at the strikers, attacking players of City. I know we don't have any strikers, but there's no movement at all. The movement is absent. Kevin De Bruyne on that left hand side now. City's left hand side, and that's City's throw. I just think that Foden should play much more higher, and then maybe Nathan Ake can occupy Foden's position. Now Foden's really almost uh, playing in a bit of a deeper role, and he's is not making those many runs into the box as well. And Manchester United have scored there as well. If you see in that this thing, so are the Manchester clubs gonna have a party today? It's early stages. City now picking up the pace. It's Bernardo Silva. Nathan Ake. Nathan, give it pass, give and go. One touch football. You can't spend so much time when the opponent is parking the bus. De Bruyne now having to occupy that winger position. That's not a good sign when De Bruyne is going into the left wing or right wing into those wide positions and then giving you a cross into the box. That's not at all a good sign. Jack Grealish in the stands, and with him Cole Palmer. Whatever Grealish might tell him, he would surely have told him about his new hairstyle and where should he get it done and things like that. That's what Palmer will be asking. So Shonda is instructing something. I don't know what. Play, kick it long, Pope. Maybe that's what Shonda is would be telling his team. But that's persistent pressing from Nathaniel and Maxwell Cornet is through now. Maxwell Cornet is through, and that's wonderful keeping from Jack Staffen. He saved a one-on-one literally, and as it grazed the bar. That is what Maxwell Cornet can do. I mean, from the starting of the stream, we were discussing Maxwell Cornet. Maxwell Cornet, you can't be lazy there, lazy defending, and honestly, it should have been 1-1 to Burnley. And once he missed the chance, the follow-up was gone. But 1-1. It should have been 1-1 to Burnley. Lazy defending. This should at least spark City into life now. Oh, a ball giveaway by a Burnley player, and Burnley are shot in the middle. No, they recover the ball well. That was whose mistake? Again, Maxwell Cornet is through. Again, Maxwell Cornet is through. That's good positioning from Stones, but so much freedom. Especially with that one-on-one, Guardiola would have been devastated. Excellent save from Stephen, but you cannot allow someone like a Burnley that opportunity, because then they'll sit back again and they'll defend with that renewed confidence in the entire match. Maybe that's what this centre back partnership between John Stones and uh, Aymeric Laporte, what it lacks is maybe a bit of a muzzle. Maybe it is too soft to win trophies in championships. That's where Ruben Diaz comes into the picture. Bernardo Silva, their City trying that winger to winger goal again. Mar is attacking on that opposite side, and it's Bernardo Silva pinging the ball in, or Phil Foden pinging the ball in. Come on, Kevin. Kevin, get Phil Foden into the match. Come on, get Phil into the match. That was a too predictable ball. This no one moving there except Mahrez, and that's what Pope except Cancelo, and that's what Pope will expect. Cross into the box. And why did City start crossing in the 24th minute? I don't understand. It's never a good sign, if we are crossing, it means something is wrong with us. Again, we are losing the second balls. We are losing the second balls. We are not crossing well. Yes, we are 1-0 up, but very, very disappointed with the gameplay up to this point. Very disappointed. We are lethargic. We are feeling like lazy. We are feeling heavy. We are not pressing well. When When Maxwell Cornet, when he ran through with that ball, Nathan Ake was pressing him, but then there was no one apart from Nathan Ake who was pressurizing him. And when you press, you can't. It's not a individual game. That is the point of anger which Guardiola would be having. Why is only Nathan Ake pressing Westwood or someone in the midfield? And when there's no team press involved, he can lift up his head and play the ball. You need to hunt in packs. Again, we're slow in our build-up play. Very slow in our build-up play. So slow that even a tortoise can build up faster. Again, so slow from build up to the midfield, and then from the midfield to the attacking phase. We're surveying our options. You're looking for an individual piece of. Oh, Bernardo gets the ball from Mahrez. That's an excellent return ball from Mahrez, and Burnley get the ball back again. That's a Burnley free kick. Joao Cancelo concedes a Burnley free kick. The right hand side is looking very bad for City. Whenever we build up down that right hand side, either it's Bernardo or De Bruyne, it's not the mistake, but Riyad Mahrez and Joao Cancelo. Joao Cancelo also is not looking at his best, and Mahrez is wasting so many balls. So many balls is giving away. I think Mahrez has to learn to play one touch passing or is out of the team. Yes, Mahrez will get one goal every match, but it will be through individual brilliance, and that is not how we like to play. Again, Burnley with a chance. Burnley playing through City's press. I mean, we are not even pressing as well. Burnley with a bit of possession now, and Burnley lose the ball. And Nathan Ake, come on, Nathan, release someone, come on. That's a wayward pass again. Phil Foden. Oh, another wayward pass from Nathan Ake, and the ball goes out for a throw in. There's literally no pace, no speed to our build up play when I say no pace. And the same problem highlighted against Southampton. And if that first goal didn't go in, we would have been telling it to this point. The stadium would have been anxious. We drew at home against Southampton. That's the same thing. The stadium would have been anxious. Build up slowly. We are not pressing at all. Don't give me the excuse of not having energy and all. Again, a really good ball from Burnley's right hand side, and sorry, from Burnley's left hand side, and again the ball pinched. Who is it? Who is the culprit now? Is it Phil Foden? Yes, Phil Foden's also done two mistakes. Foden doesn't do any mistakes. Whoever might do a mistake, but Foden doesn't do a mistake, and still the ball spins from him. This is the second occasion. Pep will not be happy. Pep will not at all be happy. Again, ball played into the midfield and wide open space, green spaces for De Bruyne to run into. He'll pick the right hand option of Raheem Sterling, and as usual, Sterling doesn't know what to do with the ball. Why the hell is Mahrez and Cancelo, both of them, why the hell are they pumping long crosses into the box? Against Burnley, you do this, pumping long crosses into the box. Kevin De Bruyne, oh, De Bruyne tried to do that shuffle. He tried to put it from his left foot onto the right foot and then strike. And Burnley's defenders have taken the ball from him. Phil Foden, that's an excellent dribble. Foden's now taken the position of Natanake. I'm sorry, it was Bernardo Silva who was trying to dribble. Dwight McNeil is down. Just now, something has flashed on the scorecard, and we can see Leicester City have scored a goal against Manchester United. That is interesting. That is interesting. This is actually good. Put in the scorecard of other teams as well over there, and when it it really helps us relive the complete experience. But now Nathan, come on, I can't keep repeating the words like a broken record. You need to be much faster now. Ake is playing in the midfield strangely, and I think it's Foden who's. Yeah, come on! Why did he go for the shot when Sterling? Why did Mahrez go for the shot when Sterling was there? It was on your weaker foot, Riyad. It was on your weaker foot. Just square it to Sterling over there. Square it to Sterling. No defender around him. No defender around him. Around 3-4 yards of Sterling, and yet on his weaker foot, Riyad Mahrez decided to go for goal. Just flash it across the box. Third big chance which Riyad Mahrez has missed in this match. And people are asking me why Pep is not starting Riyad Mahrez. Third big chance. Big teams will hurt you. We saw what happened against Liverpool. You need to be decisive. We look anxious. The stadium looks anxious. The crowd are anxious. Players look nervous. Pep is not standing there. Usually he stands. They're barking instructions. Something's not right. Something's not right in the way we're passing the ball about, zipping the ball about. It's too slow, too lethargic. That's a wonderful ball from Laporte to Foden and Riyad Mahrez coming onto it on his stronger foot, on the left foot, and he blasts it over higher than a six by Kyron Pollard. That's how high the ball was blasted. But a wonderful ball again. Great run by Foden. Wonderful ball by Laporte and Riyad Mahrez. That situation coming onto his favored foot should at least as the goalkeeper. Should at least as the goalkeeper. That is what they would have planned. Look at Pep's reaction. He's doing this. They would have planned in the training ground. Winger passes it to Riyad Mahrez. Otherwise, why is Riyad Mahrez standing almost in the midfield position and not in the winger position? It is for those chances. He's already missed three of them. So three big chances missed by Riyad Mahrez. I would count this as well. Onto his left foot, he has to at least catch the goalkeeper. So four big chances missed by Riyad Mahrez. Burnley with a long ball. The ball over the top is actually troubling City. Okay, I understand Maxwell Cornet is the only one who got a free run, but what are they appealing for? Are they telling Nick Pope has got the ball outside the box? Who is the prat who's appealing? Riyad Mahrez, I think. Riyad first score a goal and then you can appeal. The intentions from Burnley are right. They're trying to play in a Tarkowski is trying to hit that ball over the top to playing Maxwell Cornet or Dwight McNeil or even Wood. All of them have pace. Cornet has insane pace. No one in this City team is catching Cornet and Burnley into the box again. Burnley into the box and Oh, that was just close. Was it Dwight McNeil? No, it was Brownhill. But honestly, Burnley have been the better team in the last 15-20 minutes, and Burnley should have been 2-1 up. This is coming from a City fan. Burnley should have been at least 2-1 up. Maxwell cornered 1-on-1. They had the two best chances of the match. Useless. Useless play by the Prats at the back. You know what they're doing? One of the strikers is coming behind, and another striker is trying to run off him. So one of them is culting the second balls, and the other striker is trying to run off him, which means that both our centre backs are occupied. Excellent strategy from Burnley. Rodri, he hasn't had much work to do actually. That's not his fault. Nathan Ake, he's been slow and lethargic. That left hand side, I was imagining that left hand side with Foden, Cancelo, and Bernardo Silva to be lightning. No one out of the three gives away the ball, and now Riyad Mahrez face to face with the Burnley fullback. And Riyad, for whose sake are you crossing high balls into the box? Who will win those headers? City get the ball back. It's Kevin De Bruyne. Tight spaces. Phil Foden. No one's making the run. Okay, the attempt at the ball was good, but what's the use? No one's making the run. This can't continue like that. Pep will have to find some solution to this lethargic build up play from the back, and then none of our attackers are attacking the ball. You dominate the midfield, but no one gives you 3 points for dominating the midfield, Pep. This is not some coaching exam that you're attending, and you don't get first prize for showing tactics of dominating the midfield. One of Burnley's player is down. It's Maxwell Cornet, and Cornet was actually away, and it was a great tackle by John Stones. Rodri the culprit here. Rodri the culprit. It was a loose ball. Now even Rodri coming into this. I was just thinking in this international break that now Rodri is in such impressive form. Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, our midfield might be best in the world. Backline is solid. Walker, Cancelo, Diaz, Laporto, Stones. We just need to find that striker. And Ferran Torres showed he could be the striker in the international break, but unfortunate injury. Otherwise, he would have started this match for sure. He's any day better than Sterling. The aspect of attacking. Maybe Sterling runs behind very well, but in terms of poaching, Ferran Torres is up there. City get the foul. It's Peters, Eric Peters, I think. He has grown old. Still is doing a decent job in that left back position. That is a wonderful attempt. Sterling was almost through. Kevin De Bruyne has the ball now. Kevin, for God's sake, please don't pass it back. For God's sake. Cancelo plays in Riyad Mahrez. And Sterling attempts it, and at least he attacked it. Praise for it. That should honestly have been 2-0 City. Not the greatest of balls, I would say. No, Mahrez was in an onside position. Not the greatest of balls, I should say. Good attempt by Sterling. Crap ball again, Riyad. Crap ball. Oh, awful ball, Riyad. Gabriel Jesus at least puts in those balls well. He delivers quality balls into the box. But Riyad Mahrez, I don't know what has happened to him. Again, out of the 40 minutes in the first half, City have spent almost 25 minutes, 30 minutes just building up from the back. It's almost like you watch people who are very fashion conscious do makeup and it never ends, right? They take an eternity. That's how much time we are taking for building out from the back. It's just awful. Burnley are just reorganizing themselves and stuff like that. And pressing as well. Look at that again. Sterling's the one who's going, and everyone's just sitting back coolly. No teamwork at all. We are just 1-0 up, that's all. Honestly, we deserve to be 2-1 down with the performance that we have put in today. At home, so lethargic. So unpep Guardiola like. The passing's also not been off the mark. Opportunities created. You look at the XG, I think Burnley's XG will be more than one for sure. Maxwell Cornet onto the ball again. He's one on one with John Stones, and he's beaten John Stones as well. Skip past two defenders over there. That's actually well read. Wonderfully read. Was it Phil Foden? No, it's Aymeric Laporte. Wonderfully led by Aymeric Laporte. And now City on the break here. Kevin De Bruyne with the ball. It's 3-on-3 at the back for City. And Sterling's played in, and you have not changed, Raheem. You have not changed. You should at least take a shot when you're played in, for God's sake, in that position. Kevin plays the perfect pass, inch perfect pass, and what you do? What was he doing, Sterling, over there? You should at least test the goalkeeper. I don't care if you don't score the goal, if the goalkeeper makes a good save. But I do care. I'm angry when you don't even test the goalkeeper. When you don't show the courage to take on the shot. That is what angers me. That is what angers the fans. Cancelo to Foden. Nathan Ake with the ball. Not at all enjoyed the build up today. Not just centre backs, but building up on that left hand side, that right hand side. At least the left hand side build up was systematic. We are not losing the ball. The right hand side build up is, let us not talk about it. City again patiently trying to build up. Kevin De Bruyne with the touch, and Bernardo Silva, his dribble through, his cut on the inside, on the outside, and see, at least he's taken a shot. Okay, it's gone just over the bar, but at least he's tried something. He's the only one all game long, along with Kevin De Bruyne, who's been trying. Rest all are shit. Rest all are crap. Riyad Mahrez is playing this as if this is an exhibition game. Burnley again resetting. Been a trash half, really. Not at all been a good half for City. Not winning the second balls, and Cornet is in again. Cornet is in again. See how easily Maxwell Cornet is breaking the lines. I think not having Ruben Diaz has exposed that soft underbelly, which I didn't think was there. I thought Laporte, John Stones, or John Stones, Ruben Diaz, it would just be the same, but no, it's Burnley's corner, and this is very dangerous. Jack Steffen, the punch, and who was it? Bernardo Silva who kicked it out. Maybe I just thought he could have who held on to it a bit more so that City get the counter over there. John set up one last attack. That's a foul. Come on, ref. We have got the foul. If you look at the other matches as well, it's been a dull Saturday up to this point. All are nil-nil, and United's match is 1-1. So all have been dull affairs, and here all of them are playing like prats, absolute twats. Just it's just Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva who are showing any bit of ambition. Even Phil Foden's not been involved in the game much. That's one thing I can say in his defense. Not there's some fighting going on there between Aymeric Laporte and one of Burnley's player. What has happened there? Maybe something would have happened off the ball. Maybe I don't know. I didn't see. Okay, Laporte slid in on him, and it was a touch high. It was a touch high, I think. I think VAR will check it. If you ask me first reaction, it's bordering in between that yellow and the red. It's definitely not a red card, but it's bordering in between that yellow and the red. But if the player gets injured and is stretchered off or is taken off, then that will be a red card for sure. Then it puts pressure on the ref. But right now, I think it's bordering in between a yellow and a red. I would give my yellow card. It's a yellow card. That's right decision by Martin Atkinson. Is an experienced referee. Is never gonna give a red because if he gives a red, the game can just boil over. Is VAR checking this? Sometimes think that these card decisions are heavily influenced by the nature of the injury as well. Like we saw, who was the player? Was it Son on Sigurdsson? Maybe yes, 1 2 years ago, and that was not a red card challenge, but the referee had to give the red card because of the situation. Then fans in the ground and stuff. But this is a yellow card for me, bordering between that yellow and the red, and fair decision by the ref. The halftime has stretched by. I'm sorry, what am I talking? Injury time has stretched by a lot here, and City will be hoping to go into the break. Oh, Burnley's players are appealing for a penalty, but Martin Atkinson's pointed it to be a corner. But let's see the nature of. Come on, Steffen's got the ball. Steffen's pushing the ball away, but we have a corner to defend here. It's almost 4 minutes of injury time, and still Burnley have a corner to take. It's Maxwell Cornet swinging in the corner and swinging corner. Let's see. That's a good header out. It's a great header out by Rodri, and mission accomplished. Take a scrappy 1-0 inside. Wait for the boss. The boss will really tell you what you have done wrong. Very scrappy. Sterling had one chance. Riyad Mahrez had four great chances. We've been counting all of the chances that Riyad Mahrez had. Four really good chances. Mahrez has been below par. Has been really below par. Let me just show you the heat map. It will be interesting to see Sterling's positions and when Phil Foden's positions. Mahrez didn't drift into the middle. Never saw Mahrez attack a single ball. So it was mostly Sterling who was playing in that false nine position, that forward position. But then this heat map is very interesting because I always thought that whenever there was a decisive ball, it was Foden who was attacking it and not Sterling. It was Foden who was coming into the center. It would have meant that Sterling was interchanging then, or Foden's reading of the game is exceptionally good, and Sterling was very bad in the attacking sense. But big chances missed. Let's see for Sterling. Look at that. Sterling didn't attempt a single dribble. Didn't attempt a single dribble. Didn't have a shot on target or even shot off target. This is what City's forwards are doing right now. This is why I really feel a bit tense, especially about this forward position. Because Ferran Torres would have been there. I'm very sure we would have been at least 2-0 up, if not more. We should have honestly been out of sight of Burnley, 4-5-0 up. Still, Mahrez the Pratt missed so many chances. Let's see where did Mahrez play. Mahrez heat map. Look at that Mahrez heat mapping. It's in the midfield. If you see that very very thick map, especially at the edge of the box. You know why that was there? Cancelo was all the time riding the right wing, and he was cutting balls back. Bernardo Silva was riding the right wing, and he was cutting the balls back to Riyad Mahrez on his sweet foot, on his left foot, so that Mahrez can just come onto the balls and strike them. See, all of these balls are in, especially in the middle. If you see that this dark one there, that position of Riyad Mahrez is all about, perfect free kick position, and he's got 4 or 5 chances there. See, he's just had one shot on target, one shot of target, whereas he had four clear cut chances. And I don't know why he's putting crosses into the box. See, he's tried three crosses and only one was accurate because, of course, Burnley's players are much more taller and stuff like that. And this is the important stat: possession lost. How many times? 9 times. Maxwell Cornet, how many times was he away because of Mahrez's mistake? At least 2, 3 times. So Riyad Mahrez is not at all having a good game at all. Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne were the ones who were playing, who are the only ones playing at least with a bit of energy. Okay, Rodri, they've given 7.2 here. Of course, these are not my ratings, but Sterling's had a poor game. Rodri was poor in distribution. See, against smaller teams, against teams that are mid-table, or even in Burnley's case, fighting relegation, I don't quite give a rating to a player based on his defensive performance. Yes, Rodri might have done so many interceptions. You see the interceptions of Rodri is and one interception, two clearances, three tackles, and stuff like that. Football is a game that is not one on stats. So Rodri for me, his offensive work was very bad. Offensively, he offered us nothing, and that is one of the reason why Laporte has been more advanced, but this is interesting. John Stones has stayed in City's territory. This is down Cancelo's side. This is down Maxwell Cornet's side, and it's due to Maxwell Cornet that John Stones has stayed there. Generally, you see John Stones and Laporte's positions will be a mirror image of each other. I'm interested to see the positions which Nathan Ake took up and the positions which Phil Foden took up. Both are almost overlapping positions if you see Nathan Ake and Phil Foden, but then again, Ake couldn't find that penetrative pass. I think that creativity bit is lacking in Ake. Maybe is it game rustiness? I don't know, but Ake, I have never known him to be one of the most creative players. Defensively is rock solid, is very solid, is exceptional in the air, is the best header of the ball in City's team right now. So Nathan Ake, the attributes of Nathan Ake are very good defensive wise, but attacking wise, I'm not quite sure Ake fits the system, be it being centre back or be it being left back. But when I say that, don't mistake in me. If Ake played in the Champions League final against Chelsea, I do think we would have won, for example, because defensive work was what was necessary. Ake is very good defensively than Zinchenko. Zinchenko is good offensively than Ake. So that's where I think maybe Cancelo is better off starting on that side because Cancelo is a mixture of both and is very good in both. And today, Ake being slow meant that Phil Foden had to drop in much more in order to receive the ball and stuff like that. So it affected Phil Foden's play for sure. Joao Cancelo's positions were they were expected, especially he was always overlapping. I think it was Nathan Ake. If you see, Nat, I think this is interesting actually. Joao Cancelo was the one who was mostly overlapping, and it was Nathan Ake who was playing as an inverted fullback. I think. See that it's in the midfield almost his heat map in the red color. So Nathan Ake's positioning is interesting. Maybe Pep is cautious about Dwight McNeil skipping through, and on this side as well, you saw the positions of John Stones and then Joao Cancelo. This side, City have been very conscious on the right hand side. Cancelo and John Stones both making sure that they get back. And see, this has been the best thing about City's performance. Look at Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. If I just showed you the heat map and asked you to guess which position they played, you would tell Bernardo Silva was playing as a CDM, seeing his heat map. So work rate is exceptional. De Bruyne's work rate also is was exceptional. It's just that we need to put our foot on the pedal. These two are the best players. Otherwise, it's been a very overwhelming performance. A performance which is shadow of how we performed last week. But then maybe you could think that again against Paris, for example, uh, we played well and lost. Maybe football gives you some games where you don't play well to win. It's not a question of winning or losing. It's always a question of the performance. And today's performance has been very slow and lethargic, except for De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva. This is why Mahrez and Sterling for me don't start in the big games. Don't start in most of the games. It's always Gabriel Jesus and maybe a Liam Delap or Jack Grealish even. But we should have been out of sight today, 5-0 at least. And Mahrez has missed four great chances, is not passing. See, Sterling is always finding himself vacant over there. City's trademark thing is winger to winger passing. And what does Mahrez do? He's always going to he hit the shot on his weaker foot. He wants to strike the ball. I don't understand this. It's not passing at all. This is the reason why Aguero and De Bruyne had a feud with him. I thought he changed. He's lost position 9 times today. Two times it has led to counter attacks of Maxwell Cornet down that side. It's because of Riyad Mahrez's carelessness on the ball that John Stones is not able to advance up the pitch. Just look at John Stones' heat map and compare it to Aymeric Laporte's heat map. On that side, you have Foden playing, you have a Bernardo Silva, you have a Nathan Ake playing. There is confidence. Aymeric Laporte has confidence that they don't lose the ball cheaply. But on this side, Stones knows Mahrez can lose the ball cheaply. That's why Stones is playing back. Cancelo is playing back. It's because of one player. The entire back line is almost shifting 4, 5, 6 steps backwards. So look at the difference. That's why our most creative play was down that left hand side, and the right hand side has not at all been good. They're showing the stats: 72% position, 4 attempts on target, 8 total attempts, and things like that. But what is the use when the performance is not there? When you're not putting away chances, when you're careless on the ball. Let us see what tactical tweaks Pep makes. Look at that. Okay, I'm not the one who's giving the rating, but they're giving the rating of 6.54 to Burnley and average rating of 6.89, which means the match has been even. It's been evenly contested. Interesting to see what the XG says. They are showing the goal back again. Great shot by Foden. See, that's what when you take shots in the box, goalkeeper uh, might not collect it cleanly. There could be a wobble of the goalkeeper's hands and things like that. If you don't try, if you don't ask, the answer is always a no. And that's where I'm disappointed with Riyad Mahrez is not asking questions. When you're a winger in Pep Guardiola's side, and when you have the dribbling ability of someone like a Riyad Mahrez, Pep will make sure that he will isolate you against the opposition fullback. It's just that you need to be able to capitalize on that. Now, Burnley will be going into this break, thinking what? We are still in this game. It's just one shot away. And when a team that parks the bus goes into 75th minute without conceding more than one goal, that's it. The 90% of the times the games end up in a 1-1 draw. Because City can manage it out, but it will be very nervous. It will be very nervous. The last thing you would want is concede in the 85th or 90th minute and lose all your confidence. Bernardo Silva there. The work rate he puts in, it really demands much more from someone like a Riyad Mahrez. Phil Foden there kicking off the ball. You can see on the face of Phil Foden and other City players and Bernardo Silva, Pep has given them a rollicking. We need to be out of the blocks much faster, much more faster. Nothing. Be in your position. Don't go so close to Laporte. Be in your position. Show him, maintain the width. He will give you the ball. You will get the ball. You're going near him and you're taking the ball, then you're running a bit with it. That's slowing down the entire build-up process. Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva with the outside of his foot. We have seen him score so many of those goals outside of his foot. The famous one was in a Carabao Cup match when City were losing against Swansea. Bernardo Silva scored that goal. It just didn't come off, but Bernardo Silva is very good at it. Excellent build up. Within 1 minute, we created a chance. That's the energy which we need to keep Burnley at bay. Otherwise, the more amount of time this match continues, at 1-0, Burnley will gain confidence. I don't want to be heading into the last 10-15 minutes in that sort of pressure. The last thing I would want is you defeat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, you dent the confidence of Liverpool by coming back twice at Anfield, and you lose to Burnley at home. It would be typical City. All the chance of that typical City will return. They blow it up and they put you down. This is not typical City. This is title winning City. It's much more better, the performance, especially in this at the beginning of the second half. We are winning more second balls. We are more proactive out of possession. We are pressing as a team. Phil Foden's. Oh, that was a dangerous ball. Was it by Dwight McNeil? But Laporte defended it well. Chris Wood was almost onto it. He was doing the diagonal run. But I don't understand this aspect still. Phil Foden's putting pressure on someone is pressing from the front, and no one's giving him any support. Nothing, come on. Engage with him. Stay tight. Protect the ball. Oh, Burnley are pressing now. City need to retain the ball. Rodri, protect the ball well. Yes, that's well done. Bernardo is almost slotting beside Rodri now. Joa Cancelo with the ball. Nothing. You need to be a bit more quicker. I know I've been speaking like a broken record, but nothing needs to be much more quicker and faster in his build up. I think Nathan is playing as an inverted fullback now. There's surely been some change of tactic here. Foden playing down the middle, Raheem Sterling playing on the left, which means he can just run with the ball and cut in onto a stronger foot. Laporte there to Sterling, one-on-one. Sterling trying to cut in, but Sterling's been blocked. But Bernardo has the ball and oh, much better from Riyad. That's a great shot, Riyad. That's much better from you. Excellent save by Nick Pope. That is precisely what you have not been doing, Riyad, from in the first half. We got you into those positions so many times, and you are blasting shots and stuff like that. Was it a good save or was it over the bar? It hit the bar, actually, it grazed the bar, but Wonderful, wonderful from Riyad Mahrez. This is this is what Pep has been planning all week. Joa Cancelo. Joa, give the ball to Stefan and we can start from the back. But De Bruyne on the ball now. Switch it. Wonderful switch. Excellent switch. 90 yards across the box. Sterling keeps the ball in. Faster, faster. Nathan, faster. Need to assess the situation much more faster. Phil Foden's in. That's sumptuous touch, and he tried to chip it in over Nick Pope. But what a touch! It was a difficult ball, I must say. But Phil Foden almost got it under control. He almost plucked it out of thin air. John Stones with the old wild clearance. Kevin De Bruyne, City on a break, City on a break. It is Kevin. It's the wrong ball. Kevin, it's the wrong ball. You should have played Riyad Mahrez on the right. That was the wrong ball, Kevin. That's fine. He apologizes, but that was the wrong ball. Riyad Mahrez. It is actually difficult to guess. Sterling through the middle and both the other forwards, I think it was Foden and Mahrez, they were running too narrow. So Kevin didn't have much of space to play the ball in. But then I thought Kevin would carry it. He would carry it. He just played the ball early. City have had chances to break, but we have not been lethal. Kevin De Bruyne's passing has been much, much, much better uh, after that Liverpool game, because if we had the original Kevin De Bruyne in that Liverpool game, that's a wonderful ball plucked out, and Raheem Sterling one-on-one, and that's well played. Foden to Sterling, and that almost Mahrez had a tap in. What a ball that was. Foden plays in Sterling. What a ball that was. Oh, it was Bernardo actually who plays in Sterling. He's plucked the ball out of nothing literally, and Pope gets there just ahead of Foden. Oh, this is an interesting tactic again from Pep. We are all in possessions. We are almost playing like a back three, and sometimes it's Nathanaake and sometimes it's Joao Cancelo who are shifting into that back three, and the other fullback is just joining the midfield. Pep wants much more numbers. Pep wants control in that midfield. Control is what we are not having. Mahrez has runners. He has Cancelo. He ignores Cancelo and he plays a crossfield pass to Raheem Sterling, and Sterling plays in Bernardo. Oh, Bernardo tried a cut back. City get the ball back. This is much like it. This is much like how City really play. Joao Cancelo, wonderful ball. He's found Bernardo Silva, and Bernardo Silva takes it, and it's Kevin Phil Foden, Rodri, don't strike it, Rodri, don't strike it. Rodri plays in Riyad Mahrez. Riyad tries to cut onto his stronger foot, and Cancelo tries to hit the shot from. It was actually a decent try. It was a perfect position. Cancelo just trying to curl it in that far corner. That was wonderful play from City again. Not just patience, but the zip in passing. City get a corner. That fast paced movement, that passing movement of Bernardo Silva on the outside, Sterling on the inside, Riyad Mahrez on the outside, Joao Cancelo coming inside from the fullback position. That is what City are actually. Nathan Ake almost meeting the ball. We know he's a devastating header of the ball. Raheem Sterling one on one playing Bernardo Raheem. Oh, it's another corner. But he had the chance to play in Bernardo. When Sterling's in that position, I hope sometimes that he has a bit more intelligence to know when to dribble and when to play in someone. Foden has that, Sterling doesn't. Useless ball. Worst ball of the season by Raheem Sterling. He's put it straight out from a decent position to cross it into the box. Burnley are substituting now. Who is it? Is it Ashley Barnes who's coming on? Yes, it's Ashley Barnes and it's Maxwell Cornet who's going off, which means the change in strategy from Burnley. Balls into the box, attack them, and Ashley Barnes can run in behind as well. Maybe now he will play Ashley Barnes and Wood in a two up front, with Wood winning the second balls and Barnes running through. City need to score the second goal as fast as possible. Almost we give away the ball, and we do give away the ball now, and it was a crap shot from a Burnley player. Third mistake. We should have really been 3-1 down in this match. That's how crap we are playing. Bernardo Silva. No, it was Riyad Mahrez actually again losing out, but Pep won't mind this. We won't mind this. Mahrez gets the ball back again, and this is a great pass to Sterling and Foden. So playing, yes, Bernardo does the right thing. He plays in Kevin De Bruyne, and it's a deflection, and the ball goes out. Again, wonderful phase of play. Riyad Mahrez working hard, much more, especially out of position to retrieve the ball. The great teams are identified not by the amount of flair players they have, but by the amount of work they do outside position. Riyad Mahrez with an swinging corner. Nathan Ake will be the target. John Stones as well. Stones has been in good goal scoring form for England. But against winning corner against Burnley is next to impossible. Wonderful ball by Kevin, but Nick Pope just did enough. I thought that would go directly in. It was also a touch of a Burnley player, I think. Pope and then onto the head of Ake, maybe. Don't know in the confusion what has happened, but City get a corner and Kevin De Bruyne. Riyad Mahrez in that position onto his stronger left foot, and that's a great strike from Aymeric Laporte. It's just gone over the bar. You know what? City's defenders, I think they should be tried in the attacking positions because their movement has been much better than our attackers. Look at that snapshot. How many snapshots have our attacking players taken in this match? Raheem Sterling, zero. Phil Foden, okay, we've got the goal because of him. Riyad Mahrez, how many snapshots? Okay, one in this half, zero in the first half. So Burnley in City's half now. Burnley attacking. City's defense holding the line, but that's. Oh, that was almost another chance for Burnley there. No one at the far post to put it through, put it into the box. City are just living by scrap here, living off moments, and the game has become more open ended. That is why I really want us to score that second goal. It would become a scrap, and Burnley would somehow nick it, a set piece, a corner, or something in the last minutes. That's why we need to go on the attack. Ake to Sterling. Sterling, run, run at the fullback. God's sake, why are you standing in a static position? Nothing from Sterling again. Nothing, Ake. Like we've observed in the first half, everything's just getting slowed down on that left hand side. Is it a speculative ball? But that's actually a good ball. Mahrez gets to it. Good crossfield ball. Mahrez gets to it. Joao Cancelo. Cancelo has been too casual over there. He could have put it in with a bit more effort. Oh, Bernardo Silva. He thought he headed it into the path of Foden. But somehow the ball eluded Foden. In the air, it's I don't blame City's players. It's very difficult to win against these Burnley players. De Bruyne comes out with the ball. Just get out with the ball and start another attack. Need to be much more crisper. The reason I'm telling you we need to be crisper is otherwise Burnley will rearrange. I think Burnley have left Ashley Barnes up top. Kevin De Bruyne. Uh, I wouldn't say it's a false pass, but he was under pressure. And it's Nathanake. And Raheem Sterling is running at the defenders now. That's what running at him makes us City fans. We get recharged when Raheem Sterling is running at Burnley's defense. Joao Cancelo is crossing well from that left hand side than from the right hand side. Are you sure Cancelo is a right footed player? Because his crossing has not been that good today. City with an in swinging corner. I think now John Stones. Riyad Mahrez should aim for John Stones. It's too close to Pope. But Mahrez is available and City have taken that option, and more and more it's seeming that we'll get that second goal if we do get it from a scrappy header or from a set piece. That was not the best of balls, and Mahrez can't keep it in. Cancelo's had an off day, really. Pep has isolated him and Mahrez against Burnley's fullbacks. I don't know the name of Burnley's fullbacks, but Cancelo has been crap. He's done well against Robertson. Rodri with the ball, sideway passing. Rodri distributed forward. Been tired of your sideway passing. Yes, been exceptional defensively, but We have been tired of your sideway passing. Given away, it's almost. Oh, it's 3 on 3 now. City managed to get people back. These are dangerous moments. We're living by the scruff of our neck here. We're hanging by a cliff here. Come on, retain the ball for God's sake. Who is this giving away the possession? Who is this giving away possession in midfield? Is it Bernardo? For God's sake, don't tell me it's Bernardo. So careless with possession today. Not Bernardo. I think it was Riyad Mahrez. Burnley should have. The XG of Burnley is close to 3. You can imagine how good Burnley have been. It's not been a Saturday on fire, actually. You can see the scores of all the other teams. Norwich and Brighton 0-0. I hope if there's someone who struggles with sleep, getting sleep, who's an insomniac, he can watch that match and fall to sleep. Burnley again, not Burnley, Norwich against Brighton, Southampton against Leeds. I don't know what happened to Leeds. Leeds this season have just been crap. Aston Villa Wolves, again, that would have been a very defensive game, I think. So it's not actually been a Saturday on fire. Liverpool Watford, a very one sided game. But another Burnley player is warming up, and this is Johan Goodmanson. This is why we need to get the second goal. He's a set piece expert, Johan Goodmanson. Sterling, get rid of the ball, man. Sterling develops excellent partnerships with Mendy on his flank. Now with Ake, whoever plays on his flank become very lethargic. I don't know why. Nathan Ake with the ball, he's playing centrally now. Raheem Sterling with the ball. I don't know what he will even do. I'm out of ideas now. He's out of ideas. Bernardo Silva comes out with the ball. You can't press Bernardo Silva. 2-3 Bernardo. Sorry, 2-3 Bernardo players. No, 2-3 Burnley players tried to press Bernardo Silva, but he floored Van Dijk. What will these Burnley defenders press him? Is it Laporte who's been bundled down? No, it's Riyad Mahrez. Nathan Ake there. City get the ball back. We get the ball. Are City trying to keep possession for the next 30 minutes and win the game? No creativity whatsoever. Zero creativity. That is one ball which we have been looking for all day long. Mahrez or Cancelo crossing it from that right hand side, and someone attacking it and heading it. Then you could have gone and bought Mario Mandzukic, Gonzalo Higuain, all those players, or even Peter Crouch would have been better. That would have been wonderful, actually. We are passing for passing sake. It's all going at snail's pace. It's only Bernardo who's looking at us, who's just working hard. Bernardo and Kevin and Phil Foden, these three players, other than that, there's no movement. Everybody's static. Everybody's static. It almost seems to have run out of ideas. Ake to Rodri, and then Ake gives it to John Stones. Now John Stones gives it to Aymeric Laporte, and then Phil Foden collects it, and the same pattern returns, repeats. Don't know what they're trying to achieve with this. Sterling loses the ball. That's cleanly won by City. and City come away with the ball, but again slow pace, and that's a. But is it a goal? Actually, Burnley players are complaining that's a goal. That's a wonderful strike by Kevin actually, but Burnley players are complaining about something. What is it are they complaining about? Has there been a foul before the goal? What is it? What is it that Martin Atkinson is checking? There'll be a couple of VAR checks in this. I'm sure about that. That's why I didn't celebrate prematurely. It's a scrappy goal. Wonderful strike by Kevin. I do accept. Wonderful strike by Kevin. But it's the ball falls to him. Lucky position, and it's off his weaker foot as well. Is there any VAR check on this? They're actually checking the foul by Riyad Mahrez on Tarkowski, I think. And the referee says that's not a foul, and City have the second goal. Nothing to be overly delighted about. I don't want to get up and celebrate and things like that, because the play wasn't good. It was a scrappy goal, and you can understand what is going wrong with City by the substitution. Ruben Diaz is coming and Aymeric Laporte is going out, which means Pep wants to test various combinations. He's tested Laporte Stones and it has not worked. Laporte Stones has not worked. Maybe you can maybe say that Stones has been lackluster, lack of game time and things like that, but Laporte Stones has not worked today. Safe to say. Now Diaz Stones, Pep has given them 20 minutes to see, because Burnley will attack now. Burnley will be on the front foot. Look at that. There's suddenly an organization to City as soon as Diaz comes about. Suddenly the build-up play is much faster. Both are world-class defenders, both Stones and Laporte. But I do think that when it comes to taking leadership, none of them are that good enough. You, they require someone beside them who has that heart of steel, who's willing to take risks. That is when they're good players. You see how well Matip is playing now. You take Matip and put him aside Lovren, or aside even someone like a John Stones, the it will be different. City fans can now relax a bit, basking in the sun, and see the crowd are much more relaxed. Because earlier, before the goal, the stadium was there's a kind of anxiousness in that stadium. Jack Grealish is looking on. Mahrez hasn't taken his chance today. Sterling hasn't taken his chance today. So two spots are open with Ferran Torres' injury. I do feel that Ferran Torres did take all its chances whenever he has started. He's showed okay. Even though he hasn't scored a goal, he is his work rate, everything was exceptional. So Gabriel Jesus has that right hand side spot, and there's still one more spot that is open in that front three on that left hand side. Jack Grealish should have been thinking £100 million, and I'm a certain starter. Pep would have been saying, we have five other players like you whose worth is more than you actually in the transfer market, who are sitting there. So this is City, not Aston Villa. You need to learn our methods, our ethos, our tactical things, our work off the ball. When Southgate was actually telling that, oh, that was a good strike by Ashley Barnes just over the bar. And Burnley get a free kick. Goodmanson is on. Burnley get a free kick. If Burnley can strike here, City are in trouble. We are in deep trouble. But the good thing for City is Ruben Diaz is on, which means that he will arrange the defense much better and things like that. Wonderful ball onto the box. De Bruyne clears it. Burnley with the throw. So, like I was saying, Gareth Southgate was also telling on England duty that I mean, the one major improvement in Jack Grealish was that his off the ball work was excellent. The amount of work rate he's going through now is very different from what he has seen before Grealish joining City, and that's Pep's influence actually. Burnley with the long balls, now it's become more predictable. But that middle phase was precarious. And to be honest, Burnley should have been at least 2 goals up. Maxwell Cornet 1-on-1. Excellent save by Stephen. Wonderful save. That's what Thierry Henry was telling once on a show on Sky Sport in a show on Sky Sports that it's a foul. Yes, it's Burnley's foul. So he was telling what is Thierry Henry was asked, what is the one thing that Pep Guardiola goalkeeper should have? We thought passing vision and all that is what he will say, but Thierry Henry said that he should be able to have nerves of steel because as a goalkeeper in Pep Guardiola's team, you will not have anything to do for 88 minutes, but then in that 1 2 split seconds you'll have an attacker running at you and you'll have to save one-on-ones. That is what a Pep Guardiola goalkeeper really, so that's what Pep Guardiola really demands from his goalkeeper. It's not mistakes, but it's the ability to bounce back from them. Today Jack Stephanie rushed off the line to deny Maxwell Cornet, and Cornet hit it low as well, trying to hit between the legs. And it's not even City's first team goalkeeper, it's Bernardo Silva trying to dribble out, but Martin Atkinson telling, let them also play a bit. Let Burnley also have the ball a bit. Otherwise, I would have to bring 2 footballs in here. And then we can play ping pong. That's what Martin Atkinson's telling. Martin Atkinson, whenever he referees, it's almost like our very own is refereeing, in the sense that it's somewhat a chill kind of a feeling whenever Martin Atkinson is there. But whenever someone like a John Moss and things like that are there, who was that referee against? Liverpool as well. And was it a save by Jack Steffen? What a what a hit by Ashley Barnes. It was Ashley Barnes. I think he's famous for his outside of the boot shots. Oh, good header. One by Burnley player, and Ashley Barnes almost had an open go. Oh, the ball hit the bar and it went. Honestly, the XG of Burnley is 3 or 4 in this match. Maxwell corner chance, then Ashley Barnes fast flashes a ball across an almost open goal. No one attacks it. This chance, and there was another chance in the first half. So four open goals and clear cut chances that City have had. What 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 were they? City's first goal, it was not a clear cut chance. That was a speculative shot from Foden from outside the box, and Bernardo tapped in. Kevin De Bruyne's, it was just a fall of luck. The ball fell our way, and we struck it. Defending to do. Next 10 minutes will be a test of our defensive steel. Bernardo lost the ball, but he claimed it again. Kevin De Bruyne and City on the counter now. This is a perfect ball for Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden. Phil Foden retrieves the ball. Phil Foden keeps the ball. No, he loses the ball, but it was always going to be difficult. The defender had a head start on Phil Foden. Foden's quick, but the pace on the pass also was. I actually thought it would have been better to have bit more pace on that pass. De Bruyne is slowly coming into his rhythm. A classic Kevin De Bruyne at Anfield, and we would have won that game 4-0 or 4-2 or 5-2. De Bruyne's weight of pass was not at all good, and at Anfield and here also, this is still very good. Only the top 5% of midfielders can play this pass which De Bruyne played till now. That vision, but then slightly heavier pace of pass. Couple of interesting things going on there. Leicester City and Man United is 2-all. That all of Man United games are hanging on a cliff, even if they play against bloody Norwich City. Then it's good for the fans. But I do feel you can't compete for titles playing that way. Although many Man United fans feel they can. What the hell is happening in that match? Leicester City are 3-2 up now. Is a game of ping pong or squash going on there? I don't know. Just a blink of an eye, 10 seconds, and the score's updated there 3-2. Is it really a game of football, or is it a game of volleyball or basketball that's going on at the King Power? I don't know, but let's focus on this game. And Bernardo Silva, you can't get the ball off him. Nathan Ake release a pass, and it's Phil Foden, and Foden's away 1-on-1, and Foden's been tripped. It should be a penalty. Come on, Martin Atkinson. He doesn't give a penalty. Foden's surely been pushed. He's been nudged. Martin Atkinson says no penalty. We are checking it, but I really thought that there was a nudge at the back on Phil Foden. There was surely a nudge at the back on Phil. Yes, that's a nudge. Well, you can't say it's a shoulder to shoulder push inside the penalty. It's a clear nudge. It's not even a shoulder to shoulder push. It's a clear nudge. Tarkowski clearly nudges Phil Foden. I don't know what VAR is checking here. Kevin De Bruyne is coming off. It's been a really good game from him. Has been one of the brightest sparks, along with Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden. Fernandinho, the boss is coming. When the boss comes, when the Burnley fans understand, it's time to shut down the shatter. There's no entry. The boss is going in, and the big show is going in. I call him the big show. Fernandinho, and the party begins. He just shuts down the shop, and the party begins. The big show's in the room. Just shut down everything. Honestly, it just seems that all the matches have come alive now. Aston Villa Wolves, and Wolves score now. So 2-1. That will be a nerve-wracking couple of 6-7 minutes for Aston Villa fans at home. I actually had a goalkeeper from Wolves in my fantasy team. I hope last time he had given an assist and he kept a clean sheet and he got 15, 16 points. I just hope that the one goal that Wolves scored, He would have had an assist or something like that. Jack Stephen taking his time. Stephen today has really behaved like he's come of age now to challenge Ederson. It's not been easy. Goalkeeping today had to come off the line two, three times. That's a clash of heads, I think. Or is it a clash of elbows? Clash of stomachs, maybe. I don't even think there's a word for it. Clash of stomachs. Burnley now. I'll tell you what will be interesting. If Burnley get a goal back here, that will be nerve wracking for me, for all of the City fans who are enjoying a cozy Saturday afternoon or a Saturday evening, wherever you're living, and suddenly Burnley score, and it's suddenly becomes nerve wracking. Suddenly, all your sleep is gone if you've just woken up and you've seen this match. And City are controlling it beautifully here. But I still don't understand why that Burnley matches. I'm sorry, why that Foden nudge was not a penalty. He just pushes him almost. Burnley now trying to strike back, and the Big Show. That's what Big Show does. Look at that, Sterling taking inspiration from Big Show, and he is putting on some tackles now. Burnley trying to get a goal somehow. Oh, again, it almost fell to the hands of Chris Wood. But City, Mares, look crossfield. Foden's there. Play the ball to him, Mares. Don't, for God's sake, Mares, Riyad, don't hold on to the ball that much. You skip past one, two, three players. You have to play that ball. Foden's running there. Just play the crossfield ball. Play it blindly. Doesn't matter. This is the aspect of his game. Mahrez really needs to sharpen up now. Not holding on to the ball. 1-2, 1-2. You really have to. You really have to move the ball faster. Now Riyad Mahrez again attacking position on his favored left foot. Oh, I don't blame him here because he's trying to get the ball onto his left foot end. Oh, look at that. The matches have suddenly sparked up. Aston Villa Wolves 2-2 in the blink of an eye. What? Only 3 minutes back we were discussing exactly. Wolves who scored one goal. Nerve wracking minutes for Aston Villa fans, and 2-2. The only thing left is now for Leeds to score. Man United fans will be hoping their team scores. Again, big show in the midfield. He's controlling it. And then chances fall into Bernardo Silva. One on one, and Bernardo. Chance missed. Bernardo knows. It's fine, Bernardo. You've gone through so much work. It's fine. He just couldn't find that extra yard of space, and also he just took that split second more. Now the wonderful thing will be for Wolves to win it 3-2. And we have a feisty fixture coming up tonight as well. Brentford against Chelsea. That will be interesting. Brentford had a draw at Liverpool, and they are playing on the front foot. See, coming back to that Riyad Mahrez chance, like I was telling you, against Liverpool for our first goal, which Foden scored, Gabriel Jesus was in the same position as Riyad Mahrez was a couple of minutes ago, 2 3 minutes ago. Gabriel Jesus skipped past 2 3 Liverpool players as Mahrez did. He came in field. Foden was available on that wide side, on the wide left, exactly same position. And Gabriel Jesus played the ball, didn't hold on to it, and Foden goes in and scores. This is why Mahrez doesn't start the big games. Oh, this is interesting. Leicester scored the fourth goal now. What is happening in that match? It's just beyond the realms of belief there. I thought Leicester was actually out of form. Oh, this is a proud moment for our academy. Claps, claps to it. Cole Palmer is coming on. Wow, what a proud moment, and he's coming on to replace Bernardo Silva. Poacher, Bernardo Silva, poacher. People have written him off. He's responded in style. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer stats are insane. He scored 12 goals in 6 matches, or something. It seems there's no way he can continue playing in the under 23s. How can you score 12 goals in 6 matches? That league is over for you. It's out of bounds for you. Sterling with the work rate. I don't doubt Sterling's work rate and things like that. He does everything well, but when you're playing in those big moments, Champions League finals and stuff, is it Cole Palmer who's through? And it was Riyad Mahrez and another misplaced pass. Just put Cole Palmer up front for the 3 minutes that are remaining. I think Cole Palmer is very near to the first team bow. Cole Palmer, Liam Delep. I just think sometimes why doesn't Pep try someone like a Cole Palmer up front? He wouldn't fare worse than a Raheem Sterling or a Riyad Mahrez in terms of missing chances and all. All are interesting score lines here. None more interesting than 4-2 and 2-2 as well. It was 2-0 a couple of minutes ago. It could very well have been City and Burnley 2-2. Burnley had the chances. It's just that Big Show came, Fernandino came, and he just shut everything down. He was shielding Rodri, he was shielding everyone. The moment Fernandino came, you should have just seen Burnley's players' expressions, the body language, their heads dropped, telling now no way are we even going to get something from it, even scraping. The big shows here. City are just now playing position here. Riyad Mahrez teaching something to Cole Palmer, but a crap ball from Riyad Mahrez again. Riyad, you have played 10 crap balls today. Don't let me have a go at you in the last seconds, in the last 10 seconds of the game. Raheem Sterling with one last chance. Raheem Sterling, he's just doing some shimmies over there. That's well defended by Burnley player, and that should be it. I think that's that. A hard fought victory, a victory when we were not playing well. We really looked out of sorts. It was not a good City performance. If you just go and look at the XG, I've told it twice, I think, on the stream, and Burnley's XG will be 3 or 4. Burnley had the better chances in this match. Mahrez was crap, Sterling was crap. It's just that we have been more clinical than Burnley. We have put in much more energy intensive performance, especially Bernardo Silva, especially Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden working their backside off. Otherwise, Mahrez had a really off day, an off day for City. We were lethargic in possession. We were moving the ball very slowly, especially Nathan Ake. I thought, what the hell are you doing against a team that is parking the bus and you want to move the ball slowly? They're rearranging themselves. Kevin De Bruyne was not at it, especially the weight of pass and all. But other than that, De Bruyne's vision was excellent. Bernardo Silva had to save Rodri on 1 or 2 occasions. Rodri, I thought, got outmuzzled on 1 or 2 occasions, but defensively, Rodri was very good. But attacking wise, I thought that Rodri was uh, out out of ideas actually. Rodri's distribution was absent. I didn't see Rodri play a single crossfield ball today. Single crossfield ball. Rodri didn't play a single crossfield ball. Uh, ball. In these matches, you really need your CDM to distribute well. Defensively, he was alert. I didn't think that Laporte, John Stones partnership worked well either. When after Diaz came, you just look at it. All of Burnley's antics, all of Burnley's uh, physicality, everything was cut off. Ruben Diaz came, and that's all. The shop was shut. Burnley didn't have a chance. Before Diaz was there, it looked an underbelly. Maxwell Cornet could have been through, and things like that. Well, the stats will be in City's favor. They're showing the stats and all. But look at the attempts, 15 and 6 on target. The stats will not tell you the whole story. Burnley played very well. Commiserations to them. They deserved more from the match. I do agree, but you know, to win titles, you need to be efficient in matches when you're not playing well. Like always, Bernardo Silva turned up, and City really showed they really needed to get on today and get the job done. They could not have afforded another draw or dropping of points today. Look at that, Kevin De Bruyne's sprints, distance covered. These three players, Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva, they have become undroppable from this City team. Rodri, I still think his distribution has to be better. Otherwise, Pep will go into the market and buy another CDM. Look at that. Bernardo Silva plays the ball to Foden and again is there to tap it in. That is the work rate which you really need. And anyway, it's been a wonderful game. Though we were not really good, though we were crap at times, we were decisive enough. We really put the match to rest. We really took our chances, and we need this kind of efficiency because you cannot always be on top of your game. So very well played. Enjoy the Saturday weekend, and I was delighted by the introduction of Cole Palmer at the end. That means that Pep Guardiola really has Cole Palmer in his plans. Otherwise, Pep doesn't start players just for showing off. So on and all, not a good performance, crappy performance, but a performance of champions. Well, I'm telling a performance of champions because in terms of the grit, in terms of the perseverance, in terms of the work rate, these are the three qualities that we really showed today. And so that's why I'm saying a performance that only champions can put. So enjoy the victory, enjoy the weekend, and it's a double treat for us. United losing 4-2 to Leicester and City winning. So enjoy the double treat. See you all.